The interstellar research vessel Sagan's Wake hovered above the dusty, amber-tinted surface of planet Zalithia, 4, its hull groaning with the effort of atmospheric resistance. For 2 Earth months, the crew had been studying the planet's terrain and native flora. But the real interest wasn't in its landscape. It was in the humanoid species that lived deep in the glimmering canyons and crystalline forests. Zalithians were elusive, sophisticated, and remarkably reclusive. Communication had proven difficult. That changed when the researchers discovered a solitary Zalithian wandering outside the canyon perimeter. A female, draped in flowing metallic fibers that shimmered like liquid chrome. She was tall, elegant, with translucent skin that refracted light like stained glass. Her name, as deciphered through slow progress and body language mimicry, was Shiari. Dr. Elias Rowe, a xenolinguist and cultural anthropologist, was the first human she allowed near her. Where others brought scanners and sensors, Elias brought patience and silence. He listened when she gestured. He nodded when she made sounds that held no translation. And after many days, she began to speak with him, not in words, but in musical tones that pulsed in his chest like echoes from another world. They met at the same time each day, near the edge of a reflective pool beneath a crystalline tree. The pool shimmered with bioluminescent algae that responded to movement and sound. It became their sanctuary. One day, after weeks of careful interaction, Elias decided to bring her a gift. It wasn't anything valuable. Not in the scientific or monetary sense. It was something human, personal, keepsake from Earth. It was a snow globe. Inside the small glass sphere, synthetic snowflakes drifted over a miniature cabin surrounded by pine trees. When shaken, it created a gentle blizzard. Elias had carried it with him through every off-world mission for over a decade. It reminded him of the winter cabin his family visited when he was a child. It reminded him of Earth, of firelight and frost. When he presented it to Shiari, her gaze fixed on the swirling snow with such intensity that he thought she might be frightened. But she took it gently in her hands, turned it over, and watched the flakes drift. She did not blink for over a minute. Then she started to hum. It wasn't the usual harmonic tone language. This was different, lower, more resonant. The ground beneath them subtly vibrated. The pool's glowing surface dimmed. The tree's branches folded slightly, as if in reverence. Elias felt his ears pop from the pressure shift, and a warm tingle rose along his spine. Sherry pressed the globe to her chest. Why this storm?" she asked suddenly in clear English. Her voice was crystalline, haunting. Elias blinked. "You can speak English." "I have listened," she said. "From your thoughts. This storm, it is held in your memory. It is not dangerous. But it means longing. You gave me longing." Elias felt the weight of her words settle in his chest. "It reminded me of home, of comfort. I thought, maybe it could mean something to you too." Shiari looked at the snow globe again, then back at him. "This is not a simple gift," she said. "It is a door." Before he could ask what she meant, she placed the snow globe on the ground and pressed 2 fingers to its base. The ground beneath them vibrated more intensely. The air shimmered. The pool behind them began to pulse in time with her breath. Then the light broke. A column of radiant energy erupted from beneath the earth, encasing them both. Elias stumbled, but Shiari steadied him. Around them the landscape blurred. The tree, the pool, the sky, all melted into glowing streams of color. He had no bearings, no sense of gravity, only her hand in his. When the light faded, they stood in a vast chamber of glass and crystal, suspended in mid-air over a city Elias had never seen. It was not ruins, it was living architecture. Towers that breathed. Streets that shimmered with footsteps. A network of symphonic energy ran through it all, pulsing with life. "This is my memory," Shayari said. "Not mine alone. My people's. You gave me your longing. I give you our story." Elias stepped forward, trying to comprehend the vastness. "This place, how? Where are we?" "It exists in the deep layers, the resonance beneath matter," she explained. "Your gift contained a harmonic key. It unlocked the emotional frequency of our ancient city. Long ago we abandoned this place physically, but we kept it in our collective memory. We cannot return. But now you have seen it. It lives again through you." Tears stung Elias's eyes. "I didn't mean to do this. I didn't know. You gave from truth. That is all we needed." The city pulsed again, and suddenly a chorus of voices filled the chamber. Zilithians not present in body, but in presence. They sang harmonized tones that resonated with memory and loss, joy and unity. Elias felt himself weep openly. The gift had become more than a gesture. It had become a bridge between two species. As the vision faded and reality settled back in, Elias found himself lying beside the pool, the snow globe still in Shayari's hands. She stood over him, her features softer, more open. "Our kind does not forget," she said. "You have shared. We will share. There will be more." She placed the globe back in his hands. It was warm. From that day, the Zilithians no longer hid. They emerged from the canyons, slow and cautious, but curious. They approached researchers with tones of inquiry. They allowed documentation, even communication. It was the first cultural exchange Earth had ever achieved with a non-human sentient race beyond the solar system. Elias became a reluctant ambassador. Not because he sought the role, but because he had proven what the others could not. Empathy transcended language. Months later, when Sagan's wake prepared to leave Zilithia, Elias stood once more at the edge of the pool. Shayari met him there, her arms folded, her posture formal. "I must return with my crew," he said. "But I will come back. I promise." She tilted her head. "Time moves differently for us. But the resonance of your gift, your longing, it lives in this place now. You do not need to return for us to remember you." He handed her the snow globe again. "Keep it this time. I want you to have it." Shayari hesitated. "I cannot." "Why not?" She reached out, gently placing his hand over his chest. "Because it is already part of you. If I take it, the door closes." Elias nodded slowly, understanding in a way that had no words. He returned the globe to his pocket and turned back toward the ship. As the Sagan's wake lifted into the sky, Elias looked down one final time at the shimmering canyon, the glowing pool, and the reflective tree. And in the distance, through the translucent shimmer of atmosphere, he saw Shayari standing alone, her eyes toward the stars.